Sand rarely comes to mind for its utility as an artistic medium. To which I say, for shame! Sand is miraculous. It can be molded to near any shape with ease. It is like water that holds its form, or molten metal that you can touch.
But it doesn't hold a shape for long. A sand sculpture wouldn't be very permanent.
And what is permanent? Eventually, wave or wind will return any sculpture to its base elements. With sand, that process is accelerated. This feels honest. It is a reminder of the great folly in chasing permanence of any kind. Besides, there is pleasure to be found in getting your flippers dirty. Well, it is a work in progress, yes? Every artist struggles through the process of the creation. The important thing is to end strong. In haggling, too, save your greatest burst of enthusiasm for your closing argument. Say it with zeal. Buy it now, or regret it always!
I can do that!
Nicely done! Nicely done. We have come far together, Sylvia, don't you think? It was on this very stretch of sand that I first set foot to Rafter's shores. And now, here we are, trading techniques and making small artworks together.
It's romantic out here. I mean, if you can look past the gigantic, imposing Kraken skull.
I find myself in agreement. The waves themselves whisper to me of your grace. Let us therefore pay no heed to that memento mori, that calcified calamari. Now is not the time for us to contemplate death. Now is the time to celebrate life through the art form known as poetry!
Poetry? Moktuk, do you write poetry?
When the mood strikes me. And last night, strike me it did!
Well, let's hear it.
Embers burning red, flaming forge of creation. Your hair is pretty. That's it! Haha! So, what do you think?
I loved it. Moktuk, is there anything you can't do?
I cannot play stringed instruments. You see, I have no fingers. But what was that? You loved it, you said? Then I am triumphant! Sylvia, it was your companionship that inspired me to write it. You have been very forward in your pursuit of friendship. And, I think, in your pursuit of something more, perhaps. I have long shirked romance, fearful that it might distract from my work. And yet, your presence is no distraction. It is the farthest thing from distraction. Sylvia, you inspire me at every turn. Romance, ambition, artistic fulfillment. Is it possible for one walrus to have it all? With you, I dare to think it might be possible.
Oh, it's possible. I want to make all your dreams come true. Especially the dream where you have an amazing girlfriend by your side.
Well, how embarrassing for me to lure you here with promises of poetry. Only to find myself at a loss for words.
I know you like to shout, but maybe there are times when it's okay to be a little quiet.
You're right, of course you are. Silence is best when appreciating such an exquisite piece of art.
You mean me? Or that statue over there?
You're beautiful, Sylvia. And if you let me, I should like to tell you so every day.
Feels so good to get out of that rowdy guild hall. And since we're in the neighborhood, there's an exhibit on local history that I'm dying to see. How do you feel about a quick museum visit?
I might be distracted by your loveliness, but I'll try to focus on the exhibit.
Gosh, it's nice to get a compliment. Most days the closest I get is when a monster shows an especially keen interest in devouring me. No legendary weapons here. Everything that the heroes took into battle with Maven was destroyed. But there's one artifact from that battle I never get tired of looking at. It's not far from here. This is more like it! The great outdoors and a big monster corpse! What could be better? That Kraken skull is a cornerstone of this island's history. I assume you know the story?
Yeah, but I'd love to hear your version. After all, you're the hero history buff.
You don't have to ask me twice. It all started with Maven, the so-called Witch Queen. She claimed this island as her own, used it as a sort of free-range laboratory for all sorts of wicked experiments. The first settlers of this very town were her unwilling accomplices. She used her mind control powers to prevent them from leaving. Under her sway, they did all sorts of labor for her. They even constructed that big monument to Maven in the bay. Her reign of terror went on for years before a brave band of heroes decided that enough was enough. They sailed here to liberate the island. Maven summoned a Kraken from the depths, intending to stop them from ever setting foot here. She didn't care who got flattened in the process. The heroes eventually got the best of the monster, but not before it had knocked their ship right out of the water. And to think I'm now living inside that very ship. I'm pretty sure my cot is set up right where Lore Master Lauren used to store his books. I feel so honored by that, and so inspired, and, well, sometimes I feel like an imposter. Like a kid who's playing dress up.
You should be kinder to yourself.
I know I should. That's why we're here. I just need to connect to this place. I need to feel the history and my place in it.
Feeling better already?
I'm feeling inspired. I'm glad we came here, and I'm glad they left that skull right where it fell. It's a tangible piece of our history, and a reminder of why we need heroes.
Heroes like you.
Ha, I'm not there yet, but I won't give up on my goals. I'm keeping my eye on the prize.
I'm feeling inspired to do the same.
And we better get back to our respective quests. After all, you and I both have great feats to accomplish.
had something a little different in mind for today. Since we're dating, I figure I can finally reveal one of my most closely guarded secrets.
This ought to be good.
Oh, it's good. I'm talking about my secret recipe for tree sap whiskey.
Tree sap whiskey? I didn't even know that was possible.
It's possible, and it's delicious. A cat by the name of Sugar entrusted the recipe to me. He was one of my companions, the rogue of the group, and our captain when we were on the water. His damage output was matched only by his alcohol tolerance, and tree sap whiskey was his favorite. He used to say it had more kick than an angry centimule.
I'm sold. Where do we start?
Well, the first thing we've got to do is ask a tree for permission to tap it.
So you weren't joking before. You can talk to the trees.
In truth, it's less about talking and more about listening. Trees are constantly communicating. They send out signals to other trees about environmental hazards. And each tree's leaves and bark hold a treasure trove of information about its health and history. We've just got to find an ambrosia tree of moderate age that has plentiful sap and a genial nature. Thank you for your generosity, proud sentinel of the wood. I'll patch you up when we're done. Sylvia, we just have to wait until that bucket's full. Then we can head back to my place.
I'm glad you're here to show me the way. I'm totally turned around.
I forget some people struggle to navigate the woods. Personally, I know the area even better than I know the precise arrangement of freckles on your shoulders.
So, pretty well then.
Yeah, I've made a thorough study of both. But I could always take a closer look.
Seriously though, don't all the trees kind of look the same?
They do not. Not if you're paying attention. This forest contains pines, oaks, gloam willows, all grouped in unique arrangements.
I guess I've only got eyes for you. How's a forest supposed to compete?
Flatterer. I only hope the forest doesn't get jealous of your attentions. A place like this has teeth and a long memory. But all right, let's set the trees aside for a moment. If what you see is not enough to help you get your bearings, there are other senses you can rely upon. Notice the tang of sea salt on the air. Feel the sponginess of the moss beneath our hooves. This particular spot of woodland is a spot like no other. And this is what I really mean when I talk about mindfulness, Sylvia. It's not just about shutting out the stress. It's about what you choose to take in. It's about being truly present.
I think I follow you. I know I could be better about living in the moment. It's a struggle when there are bills to pay.
Let me ease your burden a bit, Cherry Blossom.
You're sweet. And that does help. Thanks. Some whiskey might help too. Is it almost ready?
Oh, I'm afraid I may have given you the wrong impression. This process takes several decades. But the anticipation is part of the pleasure. Take these next 30 years to prepare your senses. And in the meantime, I've got some cheap moonshine stashed away in one of these tree hollows, I think.
Can you sense it in the air? Grand things are afoot. In fact, I'd go as far as to say that tomorrow is the beginning of a bold new era for the Heroes Guild.
Okay, I'll bite. What's up?
Ice cream first, my Duchess. Then business. I always order the newest flavor. In fact, I think I've become something of a guinea pig for the ice cream maker. I'm certain I was the only one in town who ordered the Stingray Surprise.
That's brave of you.
More brave than you realize. My mother might disown me if she knew. She's the heiress to the world's largest vanilla dynasty. In my family, chocolate is forbidden. Strawberry is sacrilege. I'll admit not every flavor is a winner, but I've had enough vanilla for a lifetime. And now that we're dating, you can have a taste of my dessert whenever you're curious. I'd even pick the stingers out for you first.
Such a gentleman.
Guilty as charged. But enough about ice cream. I lured you here with the promise of news. I believe I finally found a solution to my dilemma. A way to alleviate some of the financial stress burdening my heroes. Or have you figured it out already?
Are you reducing the guild's cut? That would allow them to bring more of what they bring in.
I would surely like to do that. But we talked about this before, do you remember? Our stakeholders, that is my parents, have set the rates. And they keep a close eye on what comes in and what goes out. I might get away with it for a month or two, but then I'd be dragged out of here and likely replaced with someone far less sympathetic.
Okay, I'll bite. What's your idea?
I'll tell you! It's education, Sylvia! Starting tomorrow, I shall be giving a series of lectures aimed at demystifying venture capitalism. Therefore, empowering my people to grow their capital through the judicious application of first-class investment strategies.
Oh boy.
I know, it's a mouthful, but don't worry. I'll be peppering the seminar with ribald jokes just to keep them interested.
Listen, sweetie.
Uh-oh. I like the term of endearment, but not the inflection you gave it.
The thing about investing money is that you have to have money to invest. It's a great way to make the rich richer, but for those of us struggling just to get by...
Oh, I see. All the investment tips in the world won't help if you don't have two coins to rub together. What a shame. I was so looking forward to leading a seminar. Although this might explain why the sign-up sheet remains empty.
I'd be up for hearing your rebel jokes.
I haven't written any yet. Locker room talk isn't my strength. But I did take the time to draft up a new coupon for you. I trust that effort, at least, was not wasted.
Well, this definitely alleviates my financial burdens.
Nice to know I still have some good ideas. It's within my power to fix the guild's problems, Sylvia. I'm sure of that. But I am baffled on the how of it. I clearly have some more thinking to do, but I have figured out one thing. You are a wonderful sounding board, and I don't take that for granted. Not for a moment, and not one bit.
What was the name of that cheese that I liked?
Sylvia! I'm glad to catch you before business hours. I won't keep you long. I'm here as a professional courtesy, in my capacity as host and sponsor for the competition. Although, truth be told, I'll take any excuse to bask in your radiance for a moment.
You don't need an excuse to drop in, especially when compliments are involved.
I'll surely keep that in mind, Duchess. But for now, on to business. I know how quickly rumors spread in this town. Perhaps you've already heard about last night's break-in at the guild hall.
No, I hadn't. Is everyone okay?
All is well. In the end, no one was hurt and nothing was taken. But there is some indication that the intruder was attempting to steal the rare ingredient we've set aside as part of the grand prize.
The Maven Bloom?
The very same. It's why I wanted you to hear this from me. As a finalist, you're doubtless eager to know that the prizes remain secure. And I can assure you that they do! I take the matter seriously. As we speak, I have Corsac laying traps, and I've already commissioned a devilishly clever lockbox from Saffron. Quinn is even going to set up a curse. I'm not entirely clear on what it does, but for what they're charging, it must be rather nasty.
Wow, you're definitely going all out.
In truth, this isn't the first attempt that's been made. Someone has been testing the limits of our wards ever since the Maven Bloom was brought back from Maven's castle. I should have realized before now that's what they were after. With each passing day, we're having more success sending heroes out into the wasteland. The spoils have been impressive. Yet, that Maven Bloom sample remains one of a kind.
I hope your heroes are taking precautions out there. You wouldn't want anyone to get, I don't know, transmogrified into an animal or anything.
Transmogrified? The imagination on you. But you needn't worry. My people are highly trained, and the radiation that's inundated the place has diminished significantly over recent months. It seems the land is finally recovering from the fallout of that historic battle.
I'd love to know what really happened all those years ago.
Wouldn't we all? But Robin was the only surviving witness, and he was so traumatized by the experience that he's only been able to share scant details. He wasn't even a trained squire. Did you know that? He was just a local orphan, conscripted by the heroes after the Kraken battle. They needed a guide, and Robin was drafted into the role. It would never happen today, not on my watch. I mean, the impact on liability insurance premiums alone? It's nothing short of a miracle the poor child managed to walk all the way back to town in the wake of the disaster. He picked up the lizard on the way, you know. It's why he's so firmly attached to it.
He's generally a nice guy, though, right? He got a little rude the other day.
Well, no one gets to be that successful without having a strong competitive streak.
That reminds me. If Robin is competing this time, who's judging the competition?
Not to worry. I have someone lined up already. You'll like him. He is ethically unimpeachable, a public-speaking dynamo with his finger on the very pulse of the market. Furthermore, he's graceful and lithe, with perfectly coiffed blue hair, frankly surprising upper body strength, a nice smile.
You're obviously talking about yourself right now.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
I'm glad you dropped in on me today, Sylvia.
Well, thank you, Corsac. That's downright warm.
Trying to take your advice to heart, exchanging pleasantries and the like. It's not all that different from how I conduct myself when I'm in a new biome. The more initiative you show, the easier it is to pivot if things don't go your way.
I can see the parallels. And looking at the town as its own sort of biome makes a certain amount of sense.
It's working out for me, anyway. I feel more at ease lately. That said, I wouldn't mind a quick prowl around the forest, if you're up for it. Well, how about this weather? Oh, and if you're worried about running into any creatures out here, don't. I'm wearing lycanthrope musk. It'll keep most beasts at bay. Although, it's supposed to have the opposite effect on women.
I think it's working on me. I might have to lean in a bit closer.
I suppose that'd be fine. I probably haven't seemed entirely receptive to flirtation. I've enjoyed it when it's happened, though. And I think you're about as great as a legless coconut.
I have no idea what that means.
Well, leave it to me to put my foot in it. I'm going to keep this simple. I greatly enjoy spending time with you, Sylvia. And I wonder if you'd like to engage in courtship with me.
That sounds lovely. I think we're... Oh boy, ice cream! And you're treating?
Least I can do, Teach. Since you've been so kind as to take me under your fin. I've been called a lot of names over the years. Most of them more or less deserved. But nobody ever had cause to call me a mooch.
And nobody's ever called me late to ice cream.
So, what'll you have? Me? I'm in the mood for one of the meat flavors.
I must have it. It looked better in the picture.
Hold on. That's supposed to be the thing from the picture? Don't know why you'd want such an abomination to begin with, but that ain't it.
I mean, it's fine. It's going to taste great. And that's the whole point, really.
Nuh-uh, don't do that. Don't make excuses for someone else's failing. And don't settle for less than you were promised either. You wanted the monstrosity from the photo, and that's what you'll get. Leave it to me. See, I just can't help but wonder if we've got a case of false advertising on our hands. As the manager, I'll bet you could personally craft a new one that looks a lot better, yeah? Really show your ice cream slingers how to earn their minimum wage. Unless you want me to come back there and do it myself.
Now this is more like it. Look at all the gold on this one.
Yeah, seems they were out of the gold flakes, so the manager kindly dipped into his own salary. Careful as you eat it. Might still be some whole coins in there.
Too far. I don't want to eat anybody's hard-earned money. If for no other reason than it doesn't seem very sanitary.
Ever hear the expression, can't argue with results? Guess you put the lie to that. Didn't mean to overstep. Just wanted to help you out the best way I know how. In fact, I've been greasing wheels all over town. You'll find pretty much everybody is ready to cut you a deal.
Wow, seriously? That's going to be huge for my bottom line.
Didn't I tell you, Teach? I knew I'd find some way to repay you. And if I went above and beyond in this instance, well, maybe I'm getting a little sweet on you.
Maybe I am too. Or maybe it's just the sugar rush.
Either way, I'm glad we did this. And I look forward to gobbling up more of your wisdom. Soon as we're done gobbling up this ice cream, I gotta finish mine before the flies get to it.
Hey, so we set some meals aside for a special occasion. And we were just about to put them to use. You want in?
Put them to use? You mean eat them?
What? No! We don't want to eat them. We got plans for these slimy things. Big plans.
Salty one.
So I got a bit peckish and thought I deserved a treat. We've still got plenty to work with, don't worry. Come on, Sylvia. You want to be a blood brother? You've got to do this run with us. All right, here's the deal. There are some people around town who are on our list. And those people are going to wonder why their homes suddenly smell like rotting eel. You follow? We've got to sneak into their homes, stash an eel somewhere, and get out without getting seen.
I can do that. I'm sneaky. And if I do get spotted, I can handle myself in a fight.
Whoa there, Tiger. We don't need any altercations. Stealth is key. But if you want to take the first house, be our guest.
Visualize success, Sylvia.
All right, here goes.
Don't worry, Annie Pepper. I'm sure she's got this. And if she gets caught, we never met her, right? Uh-oh, looks like the window's locked.
But look, Salt. She's noticed the chimney.
If she tries to climb up there, she's definitely falling to her death.
Wait, she's got a flying broom with her. Where was she keeping that thing? Mission accomplished.
Nicely done, Sylvia.
Yeah, flying up and dropping the eel down the chimney? That was an inspired move. Personally, I'm not shy about breaking a window, but your way worked too. We can take it from here. I know you're due back at your shop.
The shop can wait. I really don't want to miss any of this.
Look, Pepper, someone's developing a taste for mischief.
Mischief is delicious.
Unfortunately, eels are delicious too. We sort of got into the sack while you were otherwise occupied. No more eels, no more vengeance. But at least we made that one count.
Please accept this token of our appreciation.
Nice. Very nice.
Running with us comes with rewards. Now get out of here. And you might want to hurry. Gonna start burping up eel any minute.